hoes just bought me an 8, about to pour me a 6, now I got a 2 left. Fuck her till I run out of breath. You know Griddy in good shape. After that I go run up.
It was like just more so like fuck it, I'ma just run with that, and then it was going, it was working, and it was just like we just was screaming it because it was like we was on the side of town where we was getting into it with niggas at, like on the opposite side of town. Like I really moved on the south side and really was out there, had to live out there. My grandma moved out there, so I didn't have a choice. Like she moved me from 18th to in the heart of the south, like, so it was like I had to be there. Like niggas would be like, bro, you never left, bro, that's why I gotta respect you. I had to say, nigga, I couldn't.
Right, for real.
Like it wasn't that I didn't want to, I couldn't, bro. I was 17, like 17, bro. Like I couldn't leave. Like my grandma moved out there in like 2005.
Did your relationship with your grandma help you?
Yeah, it's like my mom. Like that's why I feel like I'm a youngin' with an old soul though. Like my grandma really.
Had you watching the stories?
Talk nasty, General Hospital.
Blacklock, Murder She Wrote, all that.
I'm fucking Young and the Restless. That shit been out since Pac died, literally.
For real.
Like, for real.
That's what's up. Is she still here too?
Yeah, my grandma. Yeah, she's still alive.
She's still good.
My grandfather passed, but my grandma's still alive. I still
blessing.
stop by there, take care of her, and look out and make sure she don't need nothing every day, man. Shout out to the niggas that's really taking care of their moms and their sisters and the females and their family like a man's supposed to.
Showing them how a man's supposed to.
Yeah, because there be a lot of niggas that be saying they this and they that, and then you see their people.
They don't get
none
none of that.
Up. Like, bro, that's not supposed to be that way. Like, if your people's fucked up, bro, like either you ain't rich or you don't give a fuck. Which one is it? Like, don't, you know, this shit gotta make sense. Like, I pay attention to the rich motherfuckers, like that's really rich on TV. When you meet some of they people, they might still be fucked up, but they out the way. Like who the fuck? How the fuck he got that? Nigga, that's such and such. Nigga, you know, nigga, that's Chris Brown's nephew. Like, you know, you never. Yeah, like, you know, motherfuckers gonna make sure they people's taken care of at least, bro.
Sure,
like,
before anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just ain't never been the type of nigga to get money and really have nothing but motherfuckers around me fucked up. Like I can't watch them. Like I'm still like that to this day. And I think it's because I'm an only child for real. Like I ain't had no brother or no sister, so my niggas was always like my brothers and shit. And I was like never the type of nigga to. If I'm sitting here eating right now and I ask you doing something like off my plate,
that's what's up. Cause it's not a lot of people out here that's like that.
I went and bought a bunk bed when I was an only child. I had a bunk bed.
Just in case my cousins.
Yeah, anything. Like I always was thinking about somebody else type
that's
of nigga. Like
that's the type of person you want to be though. Like
sometimes it's the flaw though. Like sometimes it can be a flaw.
So many fucked up people in the world, but
the hate be real and the love be fake.
When you go through life and you learn that no matter how many people that's fucked up to you, you not being good to them because you want something. If your intentions are pure and that's just really who you are, you will be blessed regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So you're good. But as far as like, so like back then, before now, like before you went to jail, do you remember your favorite track that you ever made?
Some of them ain't even out. Like we did so much shit.
You think we could bring them back out?
In D-Rob's basement. If I was to ask D-Rob about that shit, he'd act like he wouldn't know what.
Shout out D-Rob too. He has been doing his thing for a minute.
On everything.
On OP, all that. Shout out D-Rob. He been doing this thing.
That's why I can't trip on him, because I know he probably have to go deep in the crevices of some shit to find it. So I give him that like where my music at from 2012?
Like,
bro, I done recorded 2012 motherfuckers since then. 2012 artists. 2012 artists ago. That's where that shit at.
That's facts.
So, I don't know. Some shit I'll just leave it where it's at. Plus, I'm a nigga like my music just get better with time. So, I don't even be feeling like my old shit is hard no more. But it's still motherfuckers that'll see me and be like, nigga, I still bang it, ain't shit.
That Griddy Montana is a classic. That should have been an original.
On everything. Motherfuckers tell me like, I still bang your shit, the old shit. Like, I'll be like, damn, nigga, I got some new shit. Why don't you bang that?
That is like, what's the problem? Let me know.
Yeah. But nah, I just blame myself because I gotta get better at promoting and marketing and all that shit. Like,
that's definitely a part of your job.
I did 8 years though. Like, so you know, we went from being a person that passes out CDs to digital. Like, it was a whole transformation to me. Like, so I had to figure all this shit out. Like, it was more than just coming home, jumping in the booth, doing a song for me. Like, I don't have no manager, I don't have no booking, nothing. I don't have none of that shit. Like, it's just me, a one-man rock man, literally. You call me to book me, I'm gonna pick up the phone. Like I don't have no assistant. Like, dang. I don't even got a money counter. Like,
it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
For real. Like, I could have got one.
You gotta
just dumped through the shit. I just be like,
people that love you.
It just be like, cause like niggas will say that they want to see you win and shit, and they ain't really like. I don't be believing that a motherfucker don't want to see. Like, you can't want to see me win if you're not helping me with this shit.
Right.
Like if you're not helping me, you hurting me. And I'm not even saying help by funds financially, cause we good. We don't need nothing from nobody. It's just like I just don't be understanding like. What's so hard of clicking a share button? If you really fuck with my shit, it's like click share, bro. Don't cost a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gotta make sure we start supporting each other as like black people, period, though. Cause like other races, they stick together like that. Like, we probably are the only race that's like this. Like, it's kind of fucked up, but you know, everybody done been through shit. It's the truth.
When you go to them corner stores, you see them foreigners in there with all they people.
Yeah.
You go to the hair store and the beauty salon, they in there with all they people.
Yeah.
Because they do that. They put their people on. This business booming now, so now we about to go to the next person with the next business.
Even the real estate companies be nothing but 5 rich ass white people. Yes. That then came together and made a name, and now they putting their money together buying half the fucking city.
That's exactly how it is.
It's just like to get niggas to come together like that. It just don't be like, man, no, and then they fuck my bitch.
Because they get trained
like,
our
it just
minds
it's real
be
hateful.
in competition with each other. Nobody understands that in real life, black people, we hold the power. We are royalty. The reason we don't understand that is because in school they teach you that our history comes from slavery, and that's not true at all. We come from royalty. They just took all that, they sold us into slavery, and that's where they teach it.
They don't even teach us our history, right? Like, it's certain parts of history they don't even want us to know about.
At all. Like them Egyptian paintings on the pyramids, they making them light skin. They making them lighter and lighter, and really they are tone. Yeah. They are skin tone. They fear it.
They don't even teach, like, Black History Month. I've never, ever, ever in my whole years, I said I dropped out, but I dropped out in 11th grade, so they should have taught me this shit, I feel like.
Facts.
I never heard them talk about the Black Wall Street.
At all. And what's crazy that you even just, it's like you read my mind out. That's crazy. So I did my own research on that. And I'm like, damn, how did this happen? Like, because we never learned about it.
Never did.
Ever. And I had Black history teachers. So I'm low-key mad at them like, damn, how you a part of the agenda too and you one of us?
Yeah, y'all never told us.
It was a wealthy man.
They made it seem like 9/11 was the first terrorist attack.
It was a wealthy man named O.W. Griddy who just was rich as fuck. And what he did was he bought land and he sold it to only black-owned businesses. Mm-hmm. And that's how Black Wall Street started. So my goal, that's what I'm trying to do. My eventual goal to everything that I'm doing and building up is to do that.
Right.
But they came and tore that shit down because we was getting too wealthy. That's why everybody talk about Martin Luther King and they praise him, but segregation was the worst thing to ever happen to us because we start spending our black dollar with everybody else, and that took away from us.
I even read up on some shit in jail. It was a guy like named Geronimo Pratt. You hit the Geronimo Pratt? Yeah, you gotta read his book. It's called Last Man Standing. He was cool with Tupac's stepdad, Mutulu Shakur. So, you know, Mutulu Shakur and all them started the Black Panthers and shit, and Huey P. Newton and all them and so on. Mm-hmm. So it was like they really didn't like respect Dr. Martin Luther King's movement because they was kind of like, you coming with peace and they already don't respect it still. Like, we trying to come and let them know y'all can't beat us. First off,
Malcolm X.
So if we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it or get to it. Because it's not like they're rebellious already. They coming like, motherfucker, like, we're better. Like, and they really thought they was.
For real.
And for a minute, like after Slay, they tricked us to thinking that that's what the fuck was really going on. They ain't stronger in numbers or nothing.
What people don't know is Malcolm X was on that peacemaking shit first. Nobody know that part though. Nobody know that part. I learned that from a close friend that I had, Quentin. He got his own podcast, Neighborhood Politics. Tap into that. But he was reading a book about Malcolm X. Malcolm X was on that peacemaking shit first, but he seen the real. And he got on that bullshit. Martin Luther King was hired by the white people. That's what they wanted. Y'all have to look at the world. Y'all have to be smarter. Like all this dark skin versus light skin. All this shit that go on the internet, that's just a way to keep us divided so we won't realize our true potential. Y'all gotta tap in, y'all gotta be smarter than that. Y'all gotta get off that internet shit and start loving each other. Our only job here on earth is to love each other. Nothing else. It's not your job to judge somebody because they did this. Because somebody killed somebody. That's not your business. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Your only job here on this earth is to love each other. That's it and that's all.
The only thing that I'm gonna say I do not respect though, like far as like that'll make me dislike a person that's my race is when you are, and I'm not talking about this don't even stand for the law abiding citizens.
Right.
This go for the people who decided to get in the street and chose to break the laws and go that route. When you snitch on somebody and you decide to get with these cops.
Yeah, you ain't never supposed to hand your people over to that white
Yeah, not at all.
They was never built for us.
Yeah,
that's
like
never what you supposed to do. And they put that shit in our head long time ago. That snitching is the right route. You think they telling on their people?
They already telling us as kids, don't tell. That was one of the first things I know in my household. Like I used to get my ass beat if I told something like, "You think you gonna do a good deed like such and such and them in there smoking?"
Man, I got
give me the belt. Give me the belt. I get the belt running, get it here. Get the whooping my ass with it first. Like, damn. That's when I knew not to tell. Then I got my second ass whooping was for lying. I just told my uncle about this. He like, I ain't never had to hit you. I said, you did though. You whooped my ass, but it was definitely what I needed because you whooped my ass for lying, and that taught me a lesson in life to not be lying and shit.
For sure.
Early. Some motherfuckers really got bad problems with lying and shit.
Man, I got my ass beat because I made my brother mad one day and he punched a hole in the wall. I took the blame. For it. And still to this day, my mom don't know that's what happened. Like, for real. So, that no snitching is real. You learn that young with your siblings.
And it's like, now, it ain't even just a motherfucker dropping a dime no more. Like, they really making y'all motherfuckers work. Like, I don't want to work with y'all. Like, I don't want to get cool. Like, I don't. Like, I'm the nigga that get in there and fall asleep every time. Like, I'm tired as hell, hands in my sleeve.
Want some into
yeah, when I get locked up, I get sleepy. Like, soon as you get in the back of the
that shit is depressing.
Yeah, I get tired as hell. Like, I sleep for like my first minute.
She say I don't do nothing else, just bought me an 8, about to pour me a 6, now I got a 2 left. Fuck her till I run out of breath. You know Griddy in good shape.